years ago today in Lake Placid, the Miracle on Ice. And the United States team with an opportunity here in Milan to win the gold medal for the first time since. And this game will head to sudden death overtime. Puck flies up behind the net. Rock across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States to defeat Canada. For the first time since the 1980 Miracle, the United States takes the gold.
This is all about our country right now. I love the USA. I love my teammates. It's unbelievable. The USA Hockey Brotherhood is so strong. I'm so proud to be American today. Unbelievable game by Hellebuck. He was our best player tonight by a mile. Unreal game by our team. Just a ballsy, gutsy win. That's American hockey right there. That's a great Canadian team, but we're USA. We're so proud to be Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
That was awesome.
Yeah, come on. I watched it. It was on super early here. It was on at like 6 a.m. here. I thought it was that's probably, I watch a lot of hockey over my lifetime. That's probably the most exciting game I've ever seen. And those Canadians, they're fast. They're good.
Well, it's pretty cool because didn't they invent hockey and we just beat their sport, which is so cool. Well, yeah, I saw so many funny memes yesterday. I saw a meme that said, "Well, Canada, if you would have been the 51st state, I guess you'd be a gold medal winner right now."
Interesting point.
The thing is, that guy Jack Hughes, his front teeth got knocked out like in the third quarter, and he had no front teeth, so he had blood coming out, and he's doing this speech, and it was such a cool opportunity for us to bring up the fact that we had free Cardi B tickets, and we're going to give them away because we want to know, how'd you lose your teeth? 877-937-1047. Best story wins. How'd you lose your teeth? Because Cardi B, she got a whole bunch of new teeth, too. You see that? Her veneers, they're beautiful.
Yeah, she looks good.
How'd you lose your teeth? 877-937-1047. While we wait for that, let's say hello to Aria. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
I just had a funny story to share. So a while ago, me and my best friend both listened to the radio, and there was a story a while back about this. I think it was a mother and daughter, and they called in about they started saying Quinn wouldn't do this.
Yes.
And after me and my best friend listened to that, we started saying that, and we just thought it was really funny.
So use it in a sentence. How did you use it?
We're I don't know. Sometimes we just look at each other and go, "Quinn wouldn't do this."
Okay, well,
It's catching on.
It is.
thanks,
It's
Aria.
we are literally making fetch happen.
Olympics, huge. The United States won the gold medal in hockey.
Yeah.
And Jack Hughes got his teeth knocked out. In fact, I just posted a picture of him with the gold medal in his mouth, biting it down. You can see half his tooth is gone.
It's amazing.
It's awesome. We want to know, how'd you lose your teeth? We might throw you some Cardi B tickets on the line, 877-937-1047. Tracy, how'd you lose your teeth?
So when I was a kid, I was the third out of three children, and my brother and sister hated me hanging out with them, right? So I'm 7 years old, and they decide they're going to run in the water duct by our apartment building. And so they climb in there, and they're running up and down, and my parents said we're never allowed to go in there. Anyway, I decide to follow them, climb down. I'm wearing a white long skirt, and I'm running along, and I fall, and I hit my face and broke my two front teeth.
Ooh. Okay. Very good.
My brother and sister got into a lot of trouble.
Okay, hold on the line. Samantha, good morning. How'd you lose your teeth?
I lost my teeth when I was getting surgery, and because I was getting my tonsils removed, and they were putting a tube in my mouth, and they knocked out my front tooth.
Whoa! I hope you were unconscious.
Okay, Samantha, hold on. Sean, good morning. How'd you lose your teeth?
Good morning. It wasn't actually me. It was my brother, and it was Christmas time. He had just gotten a skateboard. We were all outside in the front yard, and I'm going to go down the hill. was successful going down the hill. But his friend, who was slightly on the bigger side, plus size kid, couldn't stand up on the skateboard to go down, and my brother felt bad for him. So my brother put him on his belly on the board and started pushing him, but they got stuck on the wheels in the cracks of the sidewalk. For the kid, face first, lost both 2 front teeth and had road rash all over his face.
Wow, that's a double doozy because it was also fits with the song for Christmas, right? All you want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm sure she was responding.
We kept singing that song.
Bad phone connection.
We sang that song every day until New Year's, and there wasn't a song for teeth in New Year's, so we stopped doing that. Oh, Sean, that's a good one, though, man. Gerald, how'd you lose your teeth? Gerald?
Yes. Hey. So, me and Dad, this is Gerald. Hi, guys, from New Mexico.
Hey.
Me and Dad was staying in the house. My nephew decided to let the St. Bernard in. Dog come running in. I went to get up. She come flying in. Her head came straight up into my mouth and knocked out 2 of the front teeth. The third one is still loose. And that was 6 months ago.
Oh, this is current.
Oh,
and
that's good.
And I still have, like, one of my tooth is still loose after she knocked out the other 2. I'm missing 2 teeth right now, but the third one right here in the middle where, you bite down on is about to come out too.
Okay, so right now you have 2 teeth that are missing.
And then the third one, I can sit there and go,
right.
Still.
So I would think there'd be some sort of whistle when you speak.
The German Shepherd. Oh, there it is.
It was a St. Bernard. St. Bernard.
Oh, St. Bernard.
St. Bernard is Dot at home, a 2-year-old dog that still thinks she's a puppy.
Right. All right, Gerald, hold on a second.
It's
You're
a
in the
strong
running.
one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's current, too. Hello, Brian. How'd you lose your teeth?
Good morning. When I was younger, I was eating dinner with the family and decided I was going to be a goofball and lick the food off of my plate. My sister decided to smash my head into the plate, which 2 front teeth were stuck in the plate. And when I pulled the plate out, it broke the 2 front teeth.
Oh, wow. That's so good.
That was a great... She could have knocked you out.
That's good. All right, dude.
Yeah, no, right? I should have left it in there hanging from my 2 front teeth.
Hold on a second. Gerald, are you calling in just to share that great story, or do you also want Cardi B tickets?
I want Cardi B tickets too.
Because that was good, and I mean,
it's pretty good.
My wife would love me for me. She'll,
Oh, hold on, we have another call. Hold on, Gerald.
Just hold tight.
Whitley, good morning. How'd you lose your teeth?
Good morning. So I was riding my bike as a kid, and I used to do wheelies and stuff a lot, and I ended up going over a pothole, and I flew over the handlebars, and my face went straight into the ground, and I lost the 2 front, I lost one of them, and then I chipped the other one, and so now I'm wearing retainers for the rest of my life.
Wow.
That's the thing. Once you go over the handlebars, anything can happen. And everybo's hit a pothole.
Anything can. We kept trying to hide it from my mom, but she was not having it.
Your mom. All right, hold on. Gerald, can you send us a picture? Is it your 2 front teeth?
Yes, it's the 2 front teeth.
How come I can't hear it? I would think you'd be able to hear that you're missing your front teeth.
I feel like I can hear it.
It'd be more of a front teeth.
I'm missing. Give me. What do I got to send it to?
Hold on, Nick. Can you get his information? I want to see the picture. I want to compare it to the Jack Hughes guy. All right. Well, hold on. I say we give Gerald the tickets.
Yeah, come on.
All right, Gerald, hold on. We'll get your picture, and then we'll set you up with the tickets.
Hey, I can even come in later on today with the dog in the teeth.
Hey, settle down, Gerald. Settle down with the dog and the teeth. That would be funny if you came in in an hour. Hold on, Gerald. Just send us the pictures. Hold on. I think we're not used to that. I'm still into social distancing. So hold on.
Hey.
What?
Okay.
What?
I said okay.
Okay, hold on.
Don't you think people look totally different when they're missing? their two front teeth, and they hadn't like a few minutes before.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give a big shout out to Austin Matthews, who team captain for Team USA, who's from here, right here.
Like born here, went to high school here?
Played hockey, grown up here, and he said Arizona hockey is for real on national television. So
that's cool.
Bring it on, brother.
What's his, he's the captain?
Austin Matthews, team captain for USA hockey.
Derek, how'd you lose your front teeth?
Hey, how you doing? So when I was about 25 or 26, I used to be, run the streets a little bit, but I was dropping my daughter's mom off at the time at work, and I got into a road rage incident basically with somebody else dropping their girlfriend off, another guy. Mm-hmm. And he kind of followed me, was hot, just road raging me, and then we stopped at a red light on 40th Street in Southern, and we both hopped out of the car and just started fighting in the middle of the street at the red light. And he hit me one time in my mouth, basically, and knocked, not really hard, but just the roots of my teeth, my front teeth are very short, the dentist said, and my tooth literally just, popped out. I looked like a ghetto hillbilly.
Did the fight end right there? Did you go, you knocked out my tooth? Or did you guys keep fighting? Was it over?
Well, the light turned green. And we were holding up traffic, so we had to get back in the car.
That's respectful. Let's obey the rules of the road.
Hey, I was in the streets pretty hard. I mean, it was pretty bad for a while. But anyways, that was the story. The light turned green. It was on 40th Street in Southern, and I don't know if you're familiar with that area, but
of course,
there's a little gas station. Yeah, we're right there at the light, and freaking I just got pissed because he was basically he just kept fucking with me,
Hey, man, okay, no cussing. Did you get that, Rich?
I believe so.
Okay, hey, Philip, how'd you lose your teeth? Oh, I think I hit the button. Hey, Philip.
When I was a kid, my friend Heather and I, we were fishing, and it was like something we do. We grew up in Idaho, and we were fishing, and she hooked this giant sucker fish, and she couldn't get it up on the dock. So when I went down to go grab it, I reached down to grab it, and the line snapped. The fish got away, and the fishing line had a weight on it, and it flung up and nailed me right in the mouth, and it chipped my tooth.
Ooh.
Well, how random is that?
What a bad shot. Like the luckiest unlucky shot of all time.
How random is that?
I mean, talk about the best fishing story never told. So when I got home, my mom and dad, they were like, oh, what did you catch? And I said, well, I didn't catch anything. I lost something, but we need to go to the dentist's office.
Oh, man. So many one-liners.
I know.
Philip, thanks for listening, Philip.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day, guys.
You too. Amanda, how'd you lose your teeth?
Good morning. It was actually my sister, but this was several years ago. She was doing a backflip off a diving board, and she didn't jump far enough back, and it knocked out an adult and a baby tooth. They actually had to go scuba diving into the pool to retrieve the teeth and push at least the adult tooth back in. It never rooted again, so she recently had implants to have them replaced, but it was a very bloody situation.
So you didn't just jump in the pool and look for the teeth. You had to put on a tank, and you went scuba diving?
No, it was at a public pool, so it was, diving boards, and the depth was, like 20 feet or whatever. Wow. So they had to bring people in to go in
to find the tooth.
Them.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
I didn't know they had dive teams for swimming pools. That's pretty cool.
Apparently they do, in case of emergencies.
Well, thanks, Amanda.
Thank you.
Nathan, how'd you lose your teeth?
Well, it all started with G.I. Joes.
Okay.
I got a new G.I. Joe figurine as a kid, and my brother grabbed a hold of it and snapped it in half. So I told my mom that he snuck out, and he got in trouble for it. So he loosened up the front tire on my bike, and I was riding around a neighborhood, and the front tire came off, and I broke both my front teeth off in a V and had to get caps put onto it. And then 5 years later, went into the dentist for a wisdom tooth, and the dentist slipped off the back wisdom tooth and broke my front teeth and killed him.
Oh, that's painful. All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. Yikes.
His brother really sabotaged him. That's terrible.
Okay. Shifting gears. Didn't know we were going to have so much fun with that. I want to get into TV real quick. Specifically, I've been obsessed with certain shows before in the past. You know that, right? I've been very obsessed with them. I don't think I've ever been more obsessed with a show than I am right now, where I deep dive. Like, the most recent one that I can think of was like The Crown. I would get into The Crown, and I would pause the scene, and I would look for the real scene and go, oh my God, that's so good. The Crown's really good. But now, I am so in to the JFK Jr. Carolyn Bessette show on Hulu. It's called Love Story. And I'm so blown away by the cast because the cast looks so legit. I mean, and I've read about the actors. I've read how they found the actors. I've read into, and I've watched interviews now with the dive team that found the bodies. I've watched so much and I can't, now my algorithm is just JFK, Carolyn Bessette, and occasionally Olympics and feet. But I get all that. But so, and I so much where I messaged Kyle a couple days ago, you got to watch this show. I messaged my sister, I said, you got to watch this show. So how are you on the show? What do you think?
For me, it was like a slow burn.
Oh, I thought it was amazing.
Because there's only 4 episodes out,
There's
right?
only 4 episodes. But here's what I was trying to test out is because I remember when that happened. Like I remember when John F. Kennedy Jr. won the sexiest person alive in People magazine. I remember when he dated Madonna. I remember when he was dating Daryl Hannah. I remember when the plane crash happened. And I just remember all that stuff. So then to get the behind the scenes, and plus they were always called, the Kennedys were called the American royal family, right? So to know that, I mean, it was just it's so interesting.
He was like the it guy in New York for a decade, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they talked about him in Seinfeld and all that.
They talked about Seinfeld. They talked about him, but he was also, he launched a magazine. His girlfriend, who became his wife, worked for Calvin Klein, and she was a fashion icon. And now I'm just seeing all these things on her fashion now, how they're trying to bring back her fashion all from the 90s. What did you think of the show, Kyle?
Yeah, like I said, it was kind of like a slow burn. I didn't really know any of that was happening at the time.
No, because I remember about a year or so ago, I was telling you about John F. Kennedy Jr. and you looked him up. I said, he's so good looking. Like you had no idea really he was.
No.
And the dude is very good looking, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could see the appeal at the time. But yeah, no, for me, it moved really slow. So I think I kind of got into it at the end of the 4th episode. That's when like they actually start dating. And I'm like, okay, but I did feel like there were like some holes in there that I was like, wait, they just, like the breakup with Daryl Hannah, they didn't really like get into that.
Because it was to me, and then again, researching it was like a real relationship where like, you know, they would break up, but then they wouldn't break up. She would just show up and stuff, and she was always there. And Jacqueline Bessette Jacqueline Onassis didn't like her, Daryl Hannah. It was just, I just remember seeing all that stuff.
Wasn't he like the first sort of American paparazzi person?
Yeah.
Maybe because of Madonna, maybe? I don't know. Why did they start
he was
following
like, since
him?
he was a little kid, they were following, like they posted his high school graduation results as he failed
Peyton,
the bar.
You know who he is, right? The son of the president that got killed, right?
No, I'm over here like, I'm going to have to Google this because
I thought you looked a little lost. So he was the son of JFK,
the president,
who got assassinated.
Okay.
And then he got married. He was a single guy, and he was dating all these celebrities, and it was all over the news who he's dating. And then he won People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, and then he gets married to this woman, and they were always pictures of them together, and they were always dressed really cool. Then they got on an airplane. They were flying to a wedding in Martha's Vineyard, and they crashed, and they both died. And it was 1999, I think, or 99 when they died. And it was like, now there was conspiracy theories because he was going to run for the Senate.
Okay.
But Hillary was running for the Senate. And now his plane crashed. And then there's all the conspiracy theories.
But this is a drama, right? Not a documentary.
No, it's a drama.
Yeah.
Then the U.S. Navy, they went in to retrieve the bodies. Why did the U.S. Navy go in? He was just a civilian. There's so much stuff, and it's so interesting. But to see the love story, I got all into it. And I got all into the love story. I just thought it was so compelling.
It's like the hotness on TikTok right now. People love that show.
And on it's funny, I don't get on TikTok much, but on Instagram it's like taken over, and it's. I noticed a lot of smoking in the 90s.
A lot of smoke. I was like, I can't believe John Jay likes this. Like every girl's smoking.
Every girl. But then she did. So Carolyn Bessette was like Calvin Klein's right-hand person. And she made, I remember the guy I didn't know she was dating this guy, but I remember the dude was the underwear model after Mark Wahlberg. And you can see, and then he wrote a book about her later. It's just all this interesting stuff that and that's why I wanted to know if it was me. That's why I sent it to Kyle to watch. So you say it's a slow burn, but now you're into it.
I think I'm like hooked, but it did take 4 episodes.
Because you didn't know anything about him.
Right.
That's what I mean. It's so interesting to get the point of view of somebody that didn't know anything about him versus me who I knew all about him. And now, Peyton, you never even heard of him before.
Never even heard of it. I know. You're like, this is all over my TikTok and Instagram. I'm like, all I'm seeing is Tyra Banks in America's Next Top Model.
Well,
right
yes.
now.
Which is a fantastic documentary.
Great show.
Yeah, I finished that this morning.
I watched the first episode.
So good.
My sister's blown me up on this thing, right? So I watched the first episode and I go, God, the first episode was so slow. And then she goes, it picks second episode is when it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Right?
It's pretty riveting, I think.
It's wild. And it's funny because Tyra Banks says it a couple of times. She's like, at the time, that's just how things were. But looking at it through a 2020 lens, it is a lot different now looking back. And it's funny because, yeah, they did a lot of messed up stuff. And they put those contestants through hell.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, but those shows, it's like you can't say, because I think you get in trouble nowadays if you say, well, back then, right?
Because that seems dismissive.
So many people got canceled for stuff they did back then.
Yeah.
Tyra's done a decent job of leaning into it a little bit. Yeah, it was a little messed up, but we were trying to make good TV.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any accountability on her end.
Yeah, she kind of put it mostly on the producers. She didn't really take a whole. She did take some when she was like, "Girl, I'm sorry. I should have been there."
Yeah.
She did apologize to a couple of the contestants, but that was like. But in my head, watching it, I'm like, is she apologizing for the cameras now, or has she actually reached out to them? Because those girls are also part of the documentary and never said anything about her apology.
Right.
The thing that blew me away about it is I remember when it was on. I remember watching it, and then when I watched. Technology's gotten so much better. Like when you watch TV, it's so crystal clear. When they show footage, it's all grainy. Like, did we watch it grainy when that like that?
It was on UPN. They didn't have any HD cameras back then.
On UPN, watching it, was it that grainy, or is that just the?
Yeah, I think it was.
That's so weird. You know, like when you watch, like even when you watch like football from a couple years ago, was it that grainy?